Welcome, everybody. I'm Love Coach Scott Katamas, and it is Saturday Night Alive for the Global Peace Tribe, which is you. And this is our early Zoom room show. So if you're watching, that means that you are part of the tribe and you're really important to us. And I know we always say tonight's a special show. Tonight is really, 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 really a special show. It is our 18-month celebration. So we are going to be we've invited 35 friends of ours just to drop in. So it's going to be very spontaneous. And we're going to have some of our favorite presenters and musicians. And we do have live with us Cornflower and Johanna One-Heart, two of our absolute favorites. But you're going to be hearing from some of our speakers, some of our co-hosts, and even some of you. We've invited and will continue to invite some of the people that watch our show on a regular basis, who are precious members of the Global Peace Tribe, to be with us. So it's going to be a very spontaneous show. And please tell us your name and where you're from. John, I always love it. John from Norfolk, Virginia. Lynn and Lee from Justine. Eleanor from Vancouver Island. You're like always right in there. Scotty Satori and Bonnie from Colorado, also always right in there at the beginning. And I really like that. It's kind of cool. It's like, I love the familiarity and the connection with that. So thank you all. Dia Therese, Julia, and now more and more people putting in. And we've got Tami from Santa Fe, and you're going to meet Tami in a moment. But with no further ado, joining me for tonight's early Zoom room show is, of course, my partner in Saturday Night Live, the magnificent Deborah Giusti.
Hello, everyone. Yep, this is a party tonight. We are going to celebrate. We're in deep gratitude for just taking the lemonades that we've been given and making sweet lemonade with Saturday Night Alive. And we've got some incredible things to share with you about some new things we're evolving, like a new website and season 7, A Glimpse of Heaven. So it's going to be really cool. And it's going to be, we're all together here. And we're bringing on some of our special people to share their hearts and share what's going on for them, as well as just presenters that we've really loved, some of our key presenters. So it's going to be fun, creative, and really glad you're here to be with us.
Yeah, welcome. So if we thought, the early Zoom room show, it's for you. It's for the people that are members of Global Peace Tribe. And we always like to do something special. So what we thought would be fun would be to have one of our sponsors, one of our co-hosts, two of our regular viewers, and one of our staff members join us for an informal chat. And I'll talk about how we come together to create Saturday Night Alive. And to me, the most important is our people, the people who watch. And so I'm going to bring on Connie and Andrew, who are two amazing members of the Global Peace Tribe, and they really represent you, our audience. They have been doing great work for decades. They watch our show, I think, almost every week. And they're also dear friends of ours. So welcome, Connie and Andrew.
Hey, Scott and Deborah. What
Hello,
a treat
hello.
it is to be here with you. And we've been here from the start, and we're just so thrilled that you kept this vibration so high. And you've been feeding the collective consciousness with that high vibration. So we're just thrilled, because that's so key in these times to feed that so we can get to that higher place where we're headed. So just thank you so much for that.
Yeah, it's an honor to be here and a delight. And we've known you guys for so long. It's been decades, and we know almost everybody on the screen right now, which is just beautiful. And I just want to honor you so much for channeling this inspiration, this extraordinary level of inspiration during these difficult times. You have been the light of every Saturday night, and that's extraordinary. Congratulations.
And we also was just so honored to have spoken back in November, back along. We were just so happy to be a part of as speakers and to contribute our gifts to this process.
Yeah, so we love you, love you, love you.
And tell us a little bit about what you are up to, because I love for our Global Peace Tribe members to get to know each other. So tell us briefly about your life.
Let me tell you what's going on with me. I think most of you know that I'm developing a climate restoration.
Is that on your end?
Okay, here we go.
So I'm here in West Hampton Beach, New York, firing up something that I just built up in Maine over the month of August. It's called the Carbon Capture Module. And I'm actually extracting carbon dioxide from Earth's atmosphere right here in this beautiful place that I personally designed and built 21 years ago right now. That's what's going on with me. And I'm looking forward to bringing this whole thing out to Santa Cruz, California this winter, it's looking like, and joining the tribe. I'm a Santa Cruz mountain tribes person, and I've been sort of far away in the Rocky Mountains and all over, and I'm coming home.
Yeah, and our other work has to do with accessing higher frequencies, shifting our paradigm, shifting our understanding of the nature of the universe so that we can get into that higher frequency that we're being called to now. So we give some tools in our book, The Trust Frequency, 10 Assumptions for a New Paradigm, that's indigenous cosmology and quantum science synthesis to give us an understanding of the conscious, loving, abundant universe. So that's a big part of our work. And also we have work doing around the founding of this nation and the syntheses with the Europeans and the Native Americans.
This being the 400th anniversary, this is 2021, and in 1621, the so-called Mayflower Pilgrims came together with the Native Americans and had a 3-day fiesta. And we're celebrating the 400th anniversary of that this year as well.
Yeah, that harvest celebration we call the first Thanksgiving, that's been totally trashed by revisionist history. So that's a huge part of our work right there, to show the role of indigenous people in the evolution of consciousness and the birth of this nation, and the role they have yet to play in the future. So that's us in a nutshell.
In a nutshell. Yeah.
Thanks for asking, my dear.
God bless you both. It's just so wonderful to have you with us, and
Thanks.
you are absolutely precious to us. Absolutely.
Oh, thank you.
Well, for our next person I want to introduce, it's the Wild Abbot of Mystic Monastery. And, you know, we've been able to continue this work because of how blessed we are to have sponsors. And Jerry started as an audience member, and he sent us a volunteer form and said he'd be interested in helping with sponsorship, and how blessed we were to have Jerry Anderson, the Wild Abbot of the Mystic Monastery. Hey, Jerry, welcome.
Thank you. It's such a joy to be part of this great and massive, inspirational worldwide experience.
And now, are you in Puerto Rico now, or are you in Pennsylvania?
I'm in Pennsylvania. Yes. Yes. Next week in Turkey.
Tell us about the Mystic Monastery and what's happening down there and what you're looking for.
Well, the Mystic Monastery is really unique in so many different ways. I would say the main way is that we are about dissolving the illusion of separation that's happening in this world. And one of the other uniquenesses is that we'll be one of the first monasteries on the planet in all of history to really recognize and honor entheogens properly. So this is a uniqueness of ourselves. And one of the other things that's unique is we have established ourselves as an ecclesiastical country, 10,000 acres, that has already been recognized by the United Nations as a ecclesiastical country. So we're really excited. Some of the things that we're in this process of, we could really use volunteers in all different kinds, whether you stay at home or go to Puerto Rico. In the background, you'll see some of the beautiful caves and so forth we have there. Virgin land that hasn't been touched. Can you get this? Since Columbus. Okay.
Wow.
Pure virgin.
Wow.
So We're excited. We do have 6 dorms now available in Puerto Rico, and we have lots of space for people who want to do the social media and all these kinds of extra things that really are required.
And
Wow.
Scott, it's because of Saturday Night Live that we have our bond with Jerry, because he found us somewhere out there in the universe and connected with us. And then we created this alignment to support each other. So this is one of the
Yes.
magical connections that came from the
Truly.
show. So we're really blessed for that.
We are blessed.
Absolutely. Well, Jerry, stick around. We're gonna talk to you a little bit more. But one of the things that's wonderful is we have co-hosts. Deborah, do you want to introduce?
Yeah, part of the magic of Saturday Night Live is high-level collaboration. And as the pandemic hit, a lot of people stood up and said, we have new instructions from Spirit to get out there at a farther level and work together in a major way. And I want to bring on Ben Bowler now. Not only did he come and help us with the show last weekend, which was amazing, Peace Weekend and celebrating International Day of Peace, he brought on incredible peacemakers from all over the world that are doing the work to create peace. So important for the Global Peace Tribe, because that's our motto. And he does that with his own organization, Unity Earth, and all the other people he brings together on an international level. So welcome, Ben, and share more about who you are and Saturday Night Alive and all your work.
Beautiful, wonderful. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Scott. It's great to be here with you guys and everyone on this special show. It feels like a real celebration of the journey so far for Saturday Night Alive, the Global Peace Tribe. And yeah, it was an honor and a joy to participate and co-create an episode, last week's episode actually, with you all and your amazing team, and honoring Peace Weekend, which was such a beautiful and powerful acknowledgement of 40 years of the International Day of Peace and 20 years since it's been locked in on the date. And yeah, I just love how you talk about it, Deborah, of high-level collaboration. That's really what we're experiencing as teams are coming together, organizations, musicians, artists, activists. I love the sound of that mystic monastery. That sounds beautiful down in Puerto Rico. There's just so much incredible, beautiful, wonderful things that are happening. And the more we can lean in together and work together in people to people unity in a transnational, international, cross-cultural, intergenerational, multidisciplinary way, we are practicing the synergy of the new organism that's emerging on the planet, which is spiritually literate, which is empathetic and intelligent in the way that we are able to work at a greater whole than the sum of the parts. Something really truly beautiful is emerging, and Saturday Night Alive has been a great model of that and a great example of that, and a great node in this mighty superorganism which is revealing itself and which we are all a part of, and helping to nurture and strengthen and empower. And as more come online, more and more join, you can just feel that beautiful strength that is rising gracefully to be the answer to the so many challenges that we're facing together. And once again, Saturday Night Alive, Scott and Deborah, with the combination of thought leadership and artistry and music and the way you raise money for noble initiatives, it's a beautiful whole seed that is that sort of, a holonic aspect of the great becoming that is happening on the planet. It's fun, and you guys make it fun as well as deep and meaningful and significant as well. So yeah, deep bows from all of us at Unity Earth and our partners and around the world for the work that you're doing, and a great honor and privilege to be here tonight, and looking forward to the rest of the show. Thanks, Scott. Thanks, Deborah.
And you know what? I'm going to bring on Teresa Collins in a moment. But before I bring on Teresa, tell us a little bit about, so people know about Unity Earth and Purpose Earth.
Sure. So Unity Earth has been established over the last 5 or 6 years, but really based upon decades of work that have been done by many people in the interfaith, interspiritual space, particularly intercultural, working a lot with many different indigenous cultures, spiritual emerging leaders, as well as religious leaders as well, coming together with musicians and artists and activists. Again, in this whole seed coming together across the planet. We initiated it through a 4-year-long initiation called the Road to 2020, which took us through sacred sites all over the world. and led to the Caravan of Unity last year, which culminated in Peace Weekend. And now our platform going forward is World Unity Week every mid-year solstice, and many of our friends here have participated. In fact, Cornflower, who's playing tonight, also played magnificently in World Unity Week this year. And Teresa Collins has participated so deeply with the Coherence Pulse, and we're about to hear from Teresa in World Unity Week as well. So that's our major platform every year, is bringing together a very broad level, and it is broad. I mean, we get the Vatican as well as getting activists and the sort of work that Allan Sun is doing and others really on the edge of consciousness, and bring it all together in a beautiful bouquet of unity and diversity. So that's our primary event, and Purpose Earth is a grant-making body which supports grassroots activism all over the world. It's a primary initiative of Unity Earth. We've given away $250,000 in the first 18 months, and it is really there to support, nurture, resource, and mentor community groups all over the planet. We have a lot of work in Africa, in Asia, that Purpose Earth is supporting to empower financially and also energetically the great work that people who have got a calling, have got that pure sense of doing something, creating something positive in the world, and they need a bit of help. So Purpose Earth is a beautiful part of what we do as well. And the final thing that Unity Earth does is Peace Weekend, Scott. So we just celebrated it last year, but we're getting ready to do it in a much, much bigger way in 2022 and beyond. So looking forward to that unfolding as well.
Ben, thank you so much for all the work you're doing. Thanks for joining us tonight. You are really a great example of the kind of people we love collaborating with, and just how we're all playing our role and collaborating and supporting each other. It's just beautiful. So thank you, and stick around. We'll bring you back. So speaking of co-hosts and collaborative partners, Teresa Collins and Global Coherence Pulse has been just a fantastic relationship for us. The work that she does is outstanding. And she's beaming in from North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Where she's and thank you, Teresa, for joining us. And thank you for what you do with Global Coherence Pulse. And every 3 months, you put together a fantastic Saturday Night Alive. And you've been with us from the very beginning. I think we've done 5 or 6 together. So thank you.
Yeah, so nice. And Ben, I love you so much. I'm so glad that you spoke before I did. And I'm so excited about the level of collaboration that we're all actually stepping up to do, with Saturday Night Alive and Unity Earth and Unify, and all of us. We just know that we're going to make it through this by actually joining together and cooperating and collaborating at a whole nother level, where we're actually like opening up, and we know we're serving one community that's awakening, and that what we're doing and how powerful we can be together is the most important thing that we can be doing. So I love what you guys are doing, and John, and I can't wait to play more. And with Scott and Deborah, we did right from the beginning, COVID hit. I think we started the Global Coherence Pulse right kind of before that whole lockdown happened. I left working for other organizations and started to think, what's the most important thing I can contribute right now? And I realized that for me personally, being a coherent presence on the planet really felt like the most essential thing I could do in the face of what we're facing. And so then everything that I'm doing now with the Global Coherence Pulse and the Islands of Coherence Network, and partnering with all the different organizations that we're doing and helping each other get better at what we're doing by collaborating. And it has been a blast, like every 3 months, to have a Global Coherence Pulse in the morning and then a Saturday Night Alive in the evening, and carry a theme throughout the day so that we can really saturate ourselves in these in this wisdom, in the music that inspires us, in the meditations and practices that we can do on those days. And it's been an absolute pleasure to work with you, Scott, and with Deborah. And I agree with Ben, like the pattern that you set around, this kind of variety show, also how you've been funding things, all of it has been amazing. And I'm really glad that we're all still here. Look, we made it through this kind of like lockdown time, and we've sustained the interest and the relevance of our activities because it's really serving people. It's really helping people, stabilize and connect and and have some fun. So thank you. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for keep bringing me on. And I'm here to play and to play all out. And I have Wendy here. She's in the back. She'll be here, and I know she'd love to say hello too.
I would love to have Wendy come on. So when she's ready, wave and let me know. I'm going to turn it over to Deborah to introduce our next person.
Scott, can I just say one thing really quickly? Teresa played such a key role in what we did in June, as I mentioned at the start, and we haven't had a chance to connect for a few months since then. It's been so busy. 20 minutes ago, I didn't know, Teresa, you're going to be on the show, but 20 minutes ago, I reached out and sent you a WhatsApp and say, hey, we should tune in and connect deeply going forward. And then here you are straight away. So just acknowledging the coherence and the beauty that's here. I had to share that. So Teresa, check your WhatsApp. But right. Scott, thank you.
That's pretty cool. That's the thing. We are the Global Peace Tribe. And that's true for everybody watching. Those of you watching are just as important as those of us that happen to be on camera right now. I really want to emphasize that.
And we are all connected. Ben just demonstrated how synchronicity is really in play in so much of what we do and so much of what we've created, because we're all tuning in to the same field and the same vibration. And that's why he knew he was going to be there with Teresa just now. So it's beautiful. And I want to honor our team that puts this together. Producing a show every single Saturday night is a bit crazy, but that's me and Scott. We get a mission from Spirit and we go, okay, we're going for it. And it's been a beautiful collaboration with Scott because we have different strengths and we help each other in many ways. But then we have this incredible team. And I'm going to bring on one of our team members. I want to honor Tami. Tami, can you come on? And I also want to honor our other team members that aren't here, Lindsay Morris and Shariah Dharma and Jessica Gully. And Tami is our incredible tech goddess. There's a lot of tech that goes into making this happen. There's a lot of inspiration. There's a lot of just all kinds of marketing, but to have the tech down and have someone that has that as their passion is a total gift. So I just want to honor Tami for being the tech goddess and being able to figure out all this technology stuff as we're especially growing into the next level, which we're going to share with you tonight. So welcome, Tami, and thanks for coming on. Would you like to share a bit of your heart and inspiration tonight?
Thank you. Thank you. It's a blessing to be here. Sorry, I've got 4 dogs tonight, so if they start, I knew they would. So it's great to be here tonight with our tribe, and I work every day to bring you emails from transformation into the new paradigm. I knew this was going to happen. And the Saturday Night Live emails. Deborah and I put those together for you together. Plus all the other technical voodoo things that work in the background. I'm a 6th generation Bay Arean, but I've been in Santa Fe since 2005. And my joy here is my dogs. And I love hiking with them up in these beautiful mountains here where I'm at 7,500 feet in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And I also really love going out on my scooter or my motorcycle with all my buddies and getting a little wind therapy. High altitude baking is also a passion that I'm working on and expanding with others. But I really want to thank you all for your support, as we wouldn't exist without you joining our tribe. And we are really excited about our plans for the future that we're bringing you all. So thank you. We wouldn't be here without you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Tami, for everything you do. You're a joy to work with. And you should see some pictures of her on her motorcycle. She's quite the biker babe. So thanks. Well, you all get to see these wonderful videos that we show, and Jay Mayer creates a lot of our videos. But the other amazing team that create our videos are Dr. and Mrs. Future. By day, they're Dr. and Mrs. Future, letting us know what's going on. And at night, they're busy creating usually most of the promotional videos that you see. They also happen to be two of my oldest friends. So here are Dr. and Mrs. Future, also known as Allan and Sun. Welcome, you two. Oh, you're muted. Still muted. You know, up until 18 months ago, when we saw people, would say, hi, how are you? But now we say, you're muted. I can't hear you.
Muted.
We've replaced it, hi, how are you? With turn on you're muted. That's like the new greeting.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, good. Good. Well, thank you, Scott. Thank you, Deborah. We know and love so many people that we see on the show every week, and so many we have personal relationships, like Connie and Andrew, we've known forever, and you and Deborah and Kitty here I see on the screen, so wonderful, and we just love you all, and we've been part of the same tribe for so many years. As a matter of fact, the latest promo we just did has some footage from the Harmony Festival in '06. I think you'll appreciate that. And yeah, and as we say, there's reality with the show, and then there's editing. And we are behind the scenes, usually editing the show and making everyone look really good and adding some special effects. She's a real pioneer in doing really cool graphics and animation. When I first met Mrs. Future, she had a computer next to her bed, and I just knew that was somebody special. And that was in '92.
Yeah, was it like the original Apple, the square Apple one? Or?
Almost. It wasn't. It was
my original computer was a 128K for sure. I am an Apple girl, but for me and Al, it was actually a video board that brought us together.
I had the board. I was doing a review for DV Magazine. I had a video board that gave the Macintosh the capability of editing video for the first time. But I didn't have a Mac. I just had the board to test it in. I came to her room, and there was the Mac sitting right next to the bed. And bed top computing was born.
Love it first Apple. Love it first.
Yeah, and then lately we've been doing a radio show for 12 years now, every week, where we play the characters Dr. and Mrs. Future, where we educate the drive time traffic in Santa Cruz and San Jose, Silicon Valley, about what's next and what the future is. And we try to imbue a lot of the ideas that we take for granted on this show that are still somewhat unusual for mainstream. So we kind of are a bridge between us here and mainstream America.
Yeah, we really thrive kind of on the edge where the tip of the arrow of what's coming is just breaking into the mainstream reality, and we do our best to help people feel safe and happy and comfortable and connected to each other as they discover this world that sometimes people are afraid of the unknown because it's so different from what's familiar, but really the future is bright and we're looking forward to it, and all of us are making it so wonderful. And I just live in a constant state of gratitude for the wonderful folks that bring it all together.
Yeah. Thank you all for being part of this magic.
Oh, thank you so much. We've got 1 minute left before I need to kind of do my getting us ready to go live on Facebook. So give us a 1 minute taste of something that's coming in the future that maybe we don't know about.
Something we don't know about.
Well, we do. We have Bruce Lipton on this week, but you guys don't know about
There you
that.
go.
Yeah, we've had Bruce on the show a few times.
Yeah, and we're zeroing in on our own Elon Musk in Santa Cruz County here, Joe Ben Biver, who's creating flying taxis. Where you call like an Uber and a flying car comes and picks you up and takes you to where you want to go. And he's making it totally autonomous. That's all going to be normal in a few years. 2024 is the first time that it's going to be available to the public.
Flying cars as
Flying
our
cars. Finally.
Also, just a little taste that we got from our last interview with Gigi Bazan, who did a great report
Decentralized
on
media,
the
yeah.
decentralized Burning Man.
Mhm.
And that to me is such an omen for the future of how all of those things that were centralized and controlled are actually giving way to things that are intimate and personal circles of trust. So I think we
Yeah,
can look
from-
forward to a future that feels full of intimacy and personal circles of
As
trust.
opposed to top-down hierarchies. For,
Beautiful.
for command and control. Yeah,
Well-
it's a very interesting transition.
Wow. Well, everybody tune in to Dr. and Mrs. Future. How do people find you?
drfutureshow.com, or just search for Dr. Future. You'll find us.
Yeah, and it's also KSCO Radio. So
ksco.com.
there's an app for the live show.
Yeah, we're on
God bless
AM
you.
and FM.
Let's all twinkle Allan and Sun. They do amazing work for us. And thank you guys.
Thanks, everyone.
All right.
you
Well, I'm going to get us ready to go live on Facebook. And I want to thank everybody that's in our Zoom room. You know, you're our closest friends and family. Those of you that come every day, every Saturday at 5:30 for the early Zoom room show. And we are going to really, you're going to hear a lot of new announcements tonight. And one of the big things we're really promoting is you, our members. And so we're going to make every early Zoom room show and our after shows very special. And they're going to be limited to just you, our members. So thank you. And if you haven't yet, tell us your name and where you're from, because I know a lot of people came in while we were introducing our guests. So thank you. Much love to each and every one of you.